Hello, everybody. My name is Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the things that sold for me this last week, and I thought we would dive a little bit deeper into the topic of weird things that sell, because over the last few weeks, I have had some things that were kind of not exactly eyebrow raisers, but just like, oh wow, I wasn't sure what that was when I picked it up. I wasn't 100% sure that it would sell, and it has. And so I think it behooves us all to take a look at different weird things that sell. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Margaret. I'm a reselling homeschooling mom that flips things on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms to help support my family. And in today's video, every week I go through the things that sold for the week before, just to keep you all up to date on the kinds of things that have been selling for me. And yeah, so anyway, my goal every week, that earring, I knew that was going to happen. My goal every week is to make about 200 bucks on eBay and Etsy and the other selling platforms, because I have other areas where I make money. And so trying to make between $800 and $1,000 on eBay and Etsy is what I try to do to kind of fit it into my budget and how I make money. So I do come live every Monday right around this time. So hi everybody who's here live. If you're watching later and you're interested in joining us live and hanging out with all the fantastic people that hang out and chat in the chat, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it when you're notified when I put out new videos. And I'm not going to be putting this earring back in. I was hoping it would stay in, but truly the hook is broken. Let me know if it's going to bother you that I'm asymmetrical with my earrings today. It might bother me. So let's talk about my goal this week, which was, to try to make 200 bucks. I didn't make my goal. But the reason that I do this is, one, to recalibrate every week. I take a look at what sold, what I did during the week to try to get there, or if I didn't do anything, what I need to do to move forward in the next week, but also to kind of keep an eye on the bigger picture, because last week I definitely made it's going to bother me. I made my goal and then some. So when I have down weeks like this one, I try super hard not to let it get to me, because I know that other weeks will most likely make more, and it will average out to be the right amount at the end of the month. So Heather says, I'm a Virgo, I don't like asymmetry. I'm a Taurus, and I don't either. I don't know if it's a horoscope thing or not, but I like things to be symmetrical. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should do my sales first. Let's do my sales first, and then whenever we talk about the weird things that sell, I'll jump in the chat and we'll talk. We can all talk together. That will be fun. So let's get started. This is kind of where I was going with the weird things that sell topic, because I was looking at my sales, trying to see like what's a good, what is this, right? I got this in the bins. The bins are the Goodwill Outlet, and you buy things by the pound there, except in my Goodwill Outlet, anything that's breakable, you can get 20 items for $1.99. So basically, I got this in the bins for 10 cents because it is ceramic, stoneware, pottery, whatever. And it's yeah, it's a thing. It's got a little stamp of a dragonfly on it. You can't see that because I zoomed out like so. It's pinched off at the bottom. The top part looks like this. It's this hexagon shaped sort of planter wall pocket. That's what I called it, like a little wall pocket. Pottery wall pocket. So yeah, it's like pinched off at the bottom, fired, question mark. I was like, okay, cool. We're going to go with it. I guess somebody would hang it on the wall and put their scissors in it, or flowers or whatever. So it was a little bit different. And this ended up selling on eBay, right? Is that where I am? Yeah, eBay, for $24. So I took an offer on this for 24 bucks. This is one of those items where, I got it because I wanted to make sure I had the 20 items at the bins. And then I sold it. It's one of those, it's like, well, let's just see what we can get. Let me put a higher price on it and see where it goes. So I put close to 30 bucks on it just because I didn't really see anything like it. And why not, right? So yeah, took a best offer of $24 on this one. Next up, this is a, Christmas sales all year long. I'm going to scroll. So if you don't like scrolling, look away for a second. So this is another one I got in the bins. I was checking my price to see what I bought it for. This is another one that they considered a breakable item because I don't know, it was not breakable, but they let me count it as a breakable item. So I got it for 10 cents as well. It's a little snowman Christmas ornament with little springy legs. So the legs bounce around. It's pretty cute. And this one sold for 12 bucks. So yes, Christmas sells all year long. So if you are holding on to Christmas stuff, go ahead and get it up there. I think I sold some Halloween earrings, not last week, but the week before. And in the chat, hi. I'm going to be jumping into the chat in just a minute. So if questions pop up, then definitely I will answer them in a second. So then this purse sold. This was a leather. It's like really super stiff leather that had been stamped and all these really cool designs. And it was, sewn up the side. And I'm going to scroll because I'm looking to see how much I paid for it. Oh, look, I didn't even put where I got it. Great. That helps me not at all. So either chances are most likely that I got this at a garage sale, maybe the bins. I don't think I got this at Savers. Anyway, this one, it bugs me that I didn't put how much I got it for. This sold for 65 bucks. So pretty good. Again, I just was looking at what was up there. It had a little bit of wear to it, a few little scratches and scuffs, but I think it added to the awesomeness of it. It was pretty cool. But I did wait a little while. This is the date. So I listed it in January. So now we're in August. So it was up for maybe like 4 months or so. And 4 months. I've got COVID brain. 8 months. Let's just double that. Just double whatever you say. Right, Margaret? Okay, so $65 is what this one sold for. So pretty cool. And I don't know if I said at the beginning, I didn't make my goal. I grossed $144 this week. So not awesome. But again, I'm trying to not think too hard about it because I know I'll have better weeks ahead. Now, this is another one. This is a ring that I sold. And it was one that I almost didn't list. I was like, oh, why am I listing these things? Why am I, as you're taking pictures of stuff, sometimes you'll start thinking, why am I bothering with this? Why am I taking pictures of this? Is somebody really going to buy this? I mean, I've got nicer things to list, but I just get into a groove of like, I grab a tab and I start listing. And so, yeah, that's how I felt when I was listing this. I remember thinking that like, oh, really? I have other things I could be listing. This is probably going to sit forever. And it didn't. But I got this just probably in one of my Goodwill boxes. Yeah, I listed it last month. 0709 is July 9th, so not even a month ago, and it sold for 15 bucks. So yeah, it didn't sell for $1 billion, but 15 bucks, not too bad. It's a pretty ring. I don't know why I was thinking that. I mean, it's pretty. Now, I don't know. We get into our heads, right? We get into our own heads and talk ourselves out of stuff. Then, guess what? Comic books sold. I sold a couple comic books this week as well. So I paid nothing for these because a friend gave them to me. The Silver Surfer comic sold for $18. And this Warlock and the Infinity Watch sold for $10. So sweet. All right, let me see. Hey, say hey in the chat real fast. And then we'll talk about some other weird things that have sold. I haven't sold them, but I went and looked to see what kind of weird things have sold lately on eBay to kind of give us a morale booster as far as looking at things and thinking, what is that? I don't know about listing that. I don't know about that. But yeah, Gina says, yay, I sold some Christmas ornaments yesterday. Sweet, good. So yeah, definitely all your holiday stuff can sell all year. There are big levers of Christmas and Halloween. My hand is hurting today. Sorry if I keep, my knuckle is giving me issue, but that's a topic for another video, not on this channel. Okay, okay, as we go, if y'all have any questions or things that pop up, then throw them in the chat and we'll discuss. So I went on to eBay and I was like, let's take a peek at what some kind of other random weirdness sells. And if this is any of y'all's listings, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just like, look at this. this is something that maybe, and when I was looking for things that were unusual, things that I might not look at if I'm at a garage sale or a thrift store, things that I might think, oh, there's no way, right? So, but this is probably something I would have picked up. So this is like a lovely, lovable Uglies water buffalo. I guess it's like a troll doll, like the hair's like a troll doll. This thing sold for $59, $60. Yeah, I probably would have picked that up. Okay, this was one I was like, what? Okay, these are weird vintage ashtrays or candy dishes. They look like molded glass. Anyway, this is probably something that I would have looked at and thought, really? I mean, okay. But they did. This is something that I found sold on eBay for $25. I mean, I'm telling you what, everything sells. And to my friends that are members of the channel, that we had a little chat the other day about like, okay, yeah, you want to have good pictures. And I'm not picking on this person. I'm talking to you, friends of the channel, that are holding back because you're like, my pictures aren't good enough, or I want it to look a certain way. This sold. And I'm not, okay, if this is your listing, congratulations on your sale. But I mean, it's like if you're waiting to have perfect pictures, look, they've got this list. They're probably, what is that, a blanket, maybe a towel? And they've got, I mean, so don't wait for perfection to get your listings up there. You know what I mean? Like, here's this really awesome thing, but it's super blurry pictures. Again, not picking on you. I'm making a point of like, don't wait for perfection to start getting that ball rolling. Work on getting your listings up and then improve pictures as you go along. Like, learn as you go. My early pictures are wretched. They're horrible. Okay, so this is another thing that sold, and I know sex sells, but this is the lighter, and like her headlights are headlights. So this is something funny, weird that sold for $15, right? I could imagine finding this like at an estate sale in a garage, a shoebox full of nails and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know randoms that you're gonna find. So this looks like something that now that I'm looking at it up close, this looks like something I would look at and think, dude, I don't know, is that gonna sell? That's kind of, but yeah, this is something that I saw sold for $60. Pretty neat, now that I look at it closer. But from a distance, I was like, what in the world? Okay. Here we go. Another, like one of a kind looking random chick, cowgirl. She's got her backpack on. She's on her spotted cow horse. She's ready to go. So it's almost like a little bit of folk art, right? So swinging legs, yarn tail. So this little girl, look at her. She's so happy. She's ready to go. I feel like this is me right now. Like, I'm ready to get out of here. Get me on a cow horse and put me on a trail somewhere, and I'll be happy. Okay, so this thing sold for $38. Sweet. I feel like I'm missing something in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me know. Diane says, I recently sold 3 carved peach pits. Totally. I have a carved walnut nut thing. Maybe it's a peach pit. Maybe it's a walnut. I don't know. That's carved that it hasn't sold yet. But tell me if you've sold anything weird lately or just random, okay. We went to a fabulous estate sale, bought tons of stuff, just sold a prototype train engine, $400. That is awesome, right? And the motorbiker, that's what this chick is saying. She's like, I am riding out of 2020 on my cow horse with my backpack. I will see you in 2021. See ya. I need her attitude, I think. Okay, next strange thing that I saw. Okay, random. If you saw this in an estate sale or a garage sale or wherever, would you buy it? It looks like a little room, right? And I just now noticed it's got this kind of like plexiglass slide on front. So maybe, but truly, if you don't know, like miniatures, dollhouse stuff can sell for a lot. Like this sold for $87, y'all. I feel like I could make this. I feel like I could get some wood in my backyard, slap some paint, get some craft paper in there, and like $87 it up. I can get some plexiglass. Seriously. So yeah, that's awesome. All right, next, doll heads. And when I was looking at strange things, one-of-a-kind things, or unusual things, there was a lot of doll stuff. I'm just saying. A lot of doll bodies, a lot of Barbie bodies, Monster High bodies, and like a lot of Asian Barbie doll heads for 25 bucks. So I guess if you find a big bunch of Barbies, go ahead, grab off their heads and sell them. Hi, Blue Monster Thrift. Thanks for being here. I think I saw Lydia in here earlier too. Yes, I did. Hey, Lydia. I hope you're there still. Hi, everybody. Okay, hang on. Traveling Emporium said, got up Saturday morning to 7 straight sales on my phone. I was in shock because lately it's been crickets. That's awesome. 7 straight sales is awesome. Sold a picture of mom with Emmett Kelly Jr. for 10 bucks, terrible condition. That's awesome though. But your mom okay with you selling it? We once sold a decapitated hair growing Chrissy doll. Oh boy. Ugh. There was a lot of doll stuff. Okay, this was unusual, I thought. So I don't sell a whole lot of candles, but I wonder, and I'm asking myself this, like if I saw this, would I buy these? And I wonder if I would. So a lot of beeswax, German chocolate mold. So they're like, you know, like those German, I have a German chocolate mold here. It looks like candles that were made using these chocolate molds that someone is selling for 75 bucks. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're beeswax. I don't guess they're candles. Somebody just made them the figures. I'd be so worried they would melt. I think that was my worry about them. But they sold for 75 bucks. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay, any other weird sales? Pop them in the chat. Look at this, eyeballs. There you go. Eyeballs sold. These didn't sell for a ton, but if you saw these sitting like in a drawer in an estate sale, would you pick them up? Shoot, yeah. Eyeballs. These sell for 9 bucks. Melody, American Girl, eyeballs. Pardon, had to take a drink. Okay, this was a cutie. It's a little pumpkin face. I would definitely pick this guy up. Look at him. He's so happy. He is not living in this century or this year anyway. He's too happy. Anyway, this one sold for 35 bucks. Isn't he cute? And again, okay, I started picking up frames, I'm going to say. And I feel like I've seen stuff like this, like these frames with the, you know, bears on them, and they're just kind of whimsical. And I don't think I think I've walked right past stuff like this. But now I'm thinking maybe I should look a little closer because this little black bear frame sold for $49. Jeff Fleming's. I suppose that's a brand that we may need to keep in the back of our heads. Let's see. I'm trying to get to see what the name of the, there it is. Barefoots is what it says. Okay, cool. All right. So I will definitely be looking out for stuff like that now. Okay, here was another random. I don't know what this is. Because it's, oh, okay. So this is I don't know what this is. Wooden crescent wall shelf moon miniature display stairs star curio. I guess it's some kind of display for something. Maybe y'all know what it is, but I didn't. Look, there's a big chip of it chopped off in the back. Random, right? It's not in awesome condition. And this thing sold for $49.99 on eBay lately. Just, what is it? Uh-oh, did it start over for you, Gina? I don't know. Oh no. Let's see, Joanne. Someone is selling only jewelry. How many good listings would it take to make a consistent sale to make a couple hundred a week? Ooh, I have between 400 and 500 items listed in depending on which store you're looking at, eBay and Etsy especially. I don't know. It depends on the amount. There's a lot of factors that go into how much to have, because it could have, if you're selling really higher end stuff, then it wouldn't take as many. I would definitely have at least the first page on your shop filled up if you're on Etsy. I don't know about eBay. But yeah, just inconsistently listing. Yeah. But all my sales are not always jewelry either. So that's a good question. That's a good question. My dad made my mom one of those moon shells for my grandmother in the 50s. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, I don't even understand this. I guess you would display something on it. So, all right. Then next, okay, I would have got this for sure. One, I love nesting dolls. Two, it's the Munsters. Look, Munsters nesting dolls. These sold for 40 bucks. I bet you would have picked those up too. Ah, Karen says, I sold an astrological ceiling light fixture for 150 bucks that I picked up at Goodwill for 3 bucks. What? Yes, that's awesome. Astrology stuff, astronomy stuff. Definitely, definitely. Ah, old hippie said, old nativity set. Oh, is that what that thing is? This one? Like, you would put a nativity set on this, you think? Or are you talking about something else? I could see that, though. I could see a nativity going on here. It would be a really funky display. Maybe it's just me, though. Okay, so here's another random thing that sold. It's a cat. To be honest, if you saw this at an estate sale, would you pick it up? This random cat, folk art cat, sawdust, black velveteen cat. There is a tag. Okay, I think maybe if I saw that there was a tag, then I probably would give it a second look. But if there was no tag, it's a black cat. Of course I'm going to pick it up. But this sold for 45 bucks. Isn't that cool? So look at weird stuff, y'all. I have learned when you say, who would buy this? Grab it, then make a listing. Totally. Good. That's a good tip. Then, got a few more. Let's look at a few more. Look at this. Custom resin diorama display, handcrafted, one of a kind. So it looks like some ruins. Somebody made a diorama of some ruins with some clay and put some faux moss on it and sold it for 40 bucks. I'm asking myself, oh, I don't think hunk is included. Think of the stop animation you could make with this scene, though. Is he included? Perfect Boss Fight Studios for any 4-inch figures. Okay, figures not included. But you could, like, you could totally make your own. Oh, y'all can't see, I need to make it bigger. My kids enjoy making stop animation, so that's why I'm kind of like doing this. Boom, boom. He appeared from nowhere. Anyway, if I saw this, would I pick this up? Probably not. But now I'm thinking maybe I should pick stuff like this up. If I saw this sitting on the shelf in Goodwill, would I buy it? Probably not. But yeah, Veronica's saying diorama shadow box miniatures sell well. Yes, school. Looks like a school project. Totally. And now I'm like, yeah. And now I'm thinking, wow, maybe I should look at that stuff a little more closely. All right, this little doll, definitely. Hang on. I see some other things. Vintage Vibe by Tammy sold the topsy-turvy doll. Little Red Riding Hood, $3 for 99 bucks. My grandmother, do I have that still? I'm looking around my room like I'm going to see it. My grandmother had one of those. It was like Little Red Riding Hood, and then you flip it, and there's the wolf, and then on the back of the wolf was the granny, or it flipped again. Anyway, yeah, totally. Topsy-turvy dolls are awesome. Heather says some guy wanted me to unscrew the back of a new unboxed train. Yeah. Oh, no. He said, it's because you're a girl and don't know how to use a screwdriver. Oh, yeah? I'm not going to go there. In my mind. It's one of those when later when you're like, let me show you the kind of screwdriver that I do know how to use. The diorama looks like a bad school project. Right? But it sold for so much. Okay, look at this little monkey. I would have probably got this just because it's so interesting in the face. Look at that. It's got a little pinched nose. It's cute. So this little thing sold for 86 bucks. I might would want to sell it fast though. Like I could see that thing sitting and staring me down on the shelf. It would start freaking me out. I bet the kids wouldn't come in my workroom for a while. Then this was one that I was like, I've got to look closer at this one. So this is a one of a kind, sterling silver, large, multi-gemstone bracelet. And I'm wondering if it's because of the cut of the stones. So I get it's sterling silver, cool. It's set in this, kind of like clamps. And I'm just thinking, wow, really? But yeah, this thing sold for almost 200 bucks. Somebody's doing a great job pricing high. I'm just saying. All right, then this sold. I would probably pick this up because I like cat stuff. I know there are cat people out there. So this really fun little carved cat sold for $12.95. Again, these last few are not my sales, but I was just looking up weird stuff. This one isn't so much weird, but as unusual. So it's a straw purse with a really cool straw embroidered front. That sold for $50. And then I chose these to look at because I feel like I see these when I go out to estate sales and stuff, but I never look twice at them. So they're like these cheetahs, but then it's got kind of this underlay decoupage kind of look. I don't even know how you describe it. But then it's other animals, faces and bodies in there, zebras and all kinds of stuff. And these sold for $35. They say rare, but I feel like I've seen things like this. I see things like this all the time. So I don't know. Maybe I need to pick them up. Courtney says, if it's ugly, I'll buy it. Yep. Okay, let's look at one more. And then this one wasn't like crazy weird, but it's a random ashtray. I mean, it looks pretty gross and used too. It almost looks like a spittoon more than an ashtray, but this one sold for $50. And you know, it was in rough shape. So interesting. It's got the dragons and stuff, pretty cool. So probably would have picked it up. Maybe. I don't know. Because then I'm like, oh, look at the grody-ness around the, I don't know if I would have gotten it or not. But $50, that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. I definitely like selling wrapping paper. It's been a while since I've done the wrapping paper. I used to make a ton of money on that. Okay, so let's see. I am looking in the chat. Okay, Gail says, sold 2 old Hallmark ornaments, no boxes, sell at $75. It was just a hunch. Sweet. And somebody probably bought the straw in the market in the Bahamas. Possibly, yeah. And anything animal print. This is true. People do like animal print. You're right. And the other thing looks like a hair saver. You're right. To put the why? Sharon. Oh yeah, send me an email. I don't know if it was you or somebody else that sent me a message on Etsy. And it's like I can't respond unless I'm selling it on Etsy. I can't like make a sale off site. So I have my email address down below. Send me an email and we'll figure it out. Anyway, so those were my sales. Well, my sales are the beginning of that, and then the rest were just random weird things. So weird sales, y'all. So if you're braving it out there in the thrift stores, look for the weird stuff. And yeah, and I'll keep them coming. I've got so much to list, you guys. I just need to hunker down and get some more pictures taken. All of a sudden everything stopped. Well, I had a slow week. That's true. But someone else said they had a lot of sales this week. I think it just depends. Yeah. So if you find cool stuff, let us know the cool stuff that you found and sold in the comments down below. And if you're interested, go follow. I've got another channel that I'm working on because I'm trying to get myself healthy. If you're interested, then definitely go check out my mate Margaret, my other channel. And I will talk to y'all on the next one. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. It was good to see you. Bye.